Excuse me. Hello, everybody. My name is Jackson. Please pardon my haggard appearance and tone after my New Year's travels to Zeldathon and Awesome Games Done Quick. I have a slight cough, but I'm okay. And I wanted to make a video today responding to a little Instagram post made by an accordion colleague of mine, a lovely young lady named Lucy. You should definitely follow her. I'll put a link to her YouTube down in the description. And she made a post saying the following: a lot of people feel the need to reinvent the accordion and make it cool again. I think accordion is perfect the way it is. And I basically wanted to make a little discussion here, pretty much hard agreeing with her sentiment. I thought about this for quite a while, actually, all the way back to when I began playing accordion 8 years ago, almost 8 years ago now. Some people do want to reinvent the accordion, make it hip, make it hot again, at least in America, in American culture. As I understand it, in other parts of the world, in South America and in Europe, accordion is a little bit more sexy than it is here. So all I really know is American culture. But this is, to some extent, an attitude that some people want to make popular. And to me, I'm really just not interested in that. And the reason is because, to me, the way I view music and making music is that an instrument, a musical instrument, is a tool. It's just a tool. It's a very important tool, a key tool, a tool that probably most instrumentalists have a really tight bond and connection with. But really, at the end of the day, it's just a tool, and a tool should not define who I am or be such a big part of my personality. Now, take a look at my Amazon.com order page. You know that I love tools. They're all over here in the background. All audio tools, cameras, lenses, other musical instruments, all sorts of gaming equipment right here. I love my tools. I spend a lot of money on them. They're great. They're a lot of fun, and they help me make cool things. But just one tool should not be like a massive part of the fabric of my being. And I think the goal of trying to make an instrument popular for an entire population of people, I think it's too grandiose of an aim. I think it's just a little too big of a scope. I think even if I were able to do that, to make accordion sexy and hip with the young people, I don't even think I should. It sounds a little sinister, if you ask me. A little too mastermind, Thanos, the Illuminati. It sounds a little bit too much like that to try to influence the culture in this way. Because these changes happen naturally. And if you don't know the history, I'll just kind of give you the short and sexy version of it. Accordion was kind of a hot deal about 50, 60, 70 years ago. Mid-century in the USA, accordion was a hot instrument for young people. Many folks born in that era play the accordion as kids, and then you grow out of it as you get older. And there are multiple reasons for that. There are many reasons why I think accordion is a very great instrument, a very powerful and capable instrument for music making. But things happen and it became unsexy. I think basically when the electric guitar comes into play and that becomes the popular instrument in America, the accordion goes like this, and the electric guitar, hello rock and roll. We're having a good time. It's the 1960s, World War II sucks. You guys know the whole deal. So these things always happen. These shifts in culture. It happens with other musical instruments. The C melody saxophone, okay? The C melody saxophone. In the 1920s, that was the hot deal. The C melody saxophone. Now, do you know where the C melody saxophones are? That's right. They're on Craigslist and eBay for about $100 because no one wants them anymore. And that's just the way it is. This wonderful tool to my right here, this beautiful Hammond organ from the 1950s, back when it was new, probably cost a whole lot of money, hundreds of dollars, to get one of these in your own home. And I got this one for free off of Craigslist. I did have to pick it up because they are in many homes of people who do not want them in their homes. And that's just the way it is. The viola da gamba. I love the sound of the viola da gamba. Those Renaissance viol consorts, I think it's a beautiful sound. But Mr. Violini comes along, and then now violin is best friend. Viola da gamba, the viol family, except for the bass, no longer best friend anymore. These things happen naturally, and they will keep on happening. And I think trying to influence this this change or trying to manipulate it is no bueno for me. It doesn't sit well with me. Even if it was possible, I don't think it would be a good idea. Now back to my history with the accordion. Even early on when I began playing this instrument, I knew that I did not want to be defined by the accordion. I did not want to be Mr. Accordion. Now, there's a guy on YouTube called Mr. Accordion who's a very good player, but that's a separate thing. I didn't want to be just the accordion guy. And of course, many people know me as the accordion guy, and I can't really change that, I don't think, one way or the other. But I wanted to do my best to not be defined by the instrument. And the reason why is because back when I was in high school, all I wanted to do was to be a professional tuba player. From high school into college, I loved playing the tuba. I wanted to be a pro orchestral tuba player. That's the only thing I wanted. I wanted to go to school for that, and that was that. But you know what? Within a couple of years of going to college, things changed. Just like before when I talked about how the culture changes, one style of music becomes hot, one becomes not, instruments go in and out of popularity. It happened in my own personal life with my own playing experience. I loved the tuba, and then a few years later, I didn't love the tuba no more. And it took me quite a while actually to wrestle with the cognitive dissonance of that, of me telling myself, oh, you love the tuba, right? But actually not really loving to play the tuba. And it was a strange sort of battle in my own brain that I had to deal with. And it took some time, but I think I'm on the right path now. Accordion helped with that actually. So that experience I always have here in the back of my mind. I always remember that. Because even though I do love playing the accordion now, even though I do really am enamored with the instrument, and I love playing it, and I love performing for people to their massive orgasmic delight, I always remember that I felt the same way about tuba, and then I didn't. And that could happen with accordion. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. I could wake up tomorrow one day and say, you know what, accordion sucks, I suck, I'm going to sell the thing and go work on the oil fields or whatever. It could happen. Now, thankfully, I'm still playing music and I still love it, and I have no reason to not feel that way, but you never know what the future is going to hold. So that's the reason why I didn't want the instrument to become a part of my makeup, if that makes any sense. So for this reason, I don't really I don't want to be I don't want to be brash here or be loose with my words, but I really don't care how sexy the accordion is. I don't really care how cool the accordion is. I only care how cool I am. And it's very easy to be cool when you're me. The point is, you can't force cool. Even the Fonz, you can't force cool. It just has to happen naturally. It's like when you go on a date with somebody. You know, you're on your Grindr, on your Tinder. Hey, let's meet up for whatever. You know, my hand touches your hand. Things happen or they don't happen. More often than not, they don't happen. And that's just the way it is. That's the way these things work. You can't force cool. My only goal with playing music on any instrument, accordion, piano, whatever this thing is, my goal is just to play the best that I can, make the best art that I can, perform music to the top of my ability, and to delight wonderful audiences like you. That's my only goal. And if things happen, then they happen. I happen to have received many messages, and I still do, from kind viewers like you, talking about how my accordion videos have inspired them to pick up the accordion themselves, try a new instrument, or pick up the instrument as their very first, and embark on an artistic journey. And if I had a small part to play in that, that does nothing but delight me. It warms me right here, where I like to be warmed. Any way that I could spark somebody to have a good time like that, it makes me feel great. No problems with that at all. These things happen naturally. So, to wrap it up, hard agree with my colleague Lucy over here. I think accordion is perfect just the way it is. It doesn't have to be sexy. It doesn't have to be the world's most popular instrument. I'm just doing the best that I can to play the best music that I can, and if you happen to be titillated by the sound of the accordion, then I'm all for that, and hope you have a great time with it. So that's that. Again, follow Lucy. She's a very good player. She plays a lot of the more traditional accordion repertoire that I really do not get to. So if you like my accordion videos, then you'll definitely like her. Make sure to follow her down in the description. And that's it for me. Any thoughts on this? Accordion, sexy instruments, changing the culture. If you have any thoughts that have been aroused by my video, then I'd be happy to hear them in the comments. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.